Now, the next one I'm going to show is a way we can do limits. Right now, I believe we have 4 customers, if I remember right. And what if I, for whatever reason, maybe paging or something like that, want to limit it to 2 customers? Well, there's a limit 2, and then you can put here, after the colon, the value that you'd like to limit it by. So let's go ahead and run it, and now we should see that instead of getting 4, we can limit it to 2, as you see there. The next thing, though, that's really useful is the order by. Let's do an order by, and then what you have to do is give it the name of the property you'd like to order by. So let's say we want to sort it or order it by the name property. We'll go ahead and add that in. And now when we run it, you'll see that it'll automatically take care of doing the sort or order by statement. Now notice we have a D, J, T, and Z on our name, and it works really nicely. And so that makes it super, super easy to actually work with ordering your data. And you can even do multiple order bys. You could order by name, add another pipe that through, and then do another order by on maybe city. Now, the next thing that's very interesting and super powerful actually is filtering. So you'll notice up here that I have a filter for an input, but it doesn't really do anything right now. So I'm going to add an ng model, and we're going to add a property here. And let's just call this maybe customer filter. All right, now what I'm going to do with that is we've seen already that as you type, it'll automatically add that property for you into the global or root scope. But once we, or before we order, I want to come in and actually filter the customers. So we're going to say filter colon, and then we give it the name of the model property. In this case, it'd be customer filter that we'd actually like to do this filtering by. So let me go ahead and get rid of the sidebar so you can see everything. And notice we're now going to say for each customer and customers, let's go ahead and filter them by whatever's typed into this text box, which will update the model property here. Then whatever's left, go ahead and order those by the name. So let's go ahead and run this. And this gets really nice and interesting because without even writing any JavaScript so far, you'll see I'm able to filter. So let's do Dave here. So if I just do D, you'll notice that a little bit of an unexpected data is shown because we do have Z, and that makes sense, but John, that doesn't make sense. Well, it's actually looking through everything. So it found the D in Chandler here, and that's why we're getting John with Chandler showing up. But you'll notice it does work. If I do Dave, or I could do a Z, only Z shows up, and it automatically filters that data, makes it really easy to work with. Now, what it's doing, though, is it's searching through all the properties, and if you have an object with, say, 25 or 50 properties, that could get a little bit expensive. So what you can do is you can filter by customer filter, but if I put a dot here and then list the actual property I want to filter by, such as name, now when it applies the customer filter value, it's going to grab the name as the property to do the filter. So instead of filtering based on the joined, the city, the order total, and all that, it'll just do the name. Let's go ahead and run this. All right, now let's go ahead and do a D, and you'll notice that Chandler no longer shows up because now we are only filtering based on the value of the name property. So if I do A, you'll notice we get rid of that. If I do Z, do an E, well, we have Dave and Z with an E. Makes it really, really easy to work with, though. So that's an example of using filters to sort and filter our data.